Hey everyone, I'm back with another video, and this time it's on an update of OnePlus's OxygenOS. Now this OS came out a while ago, but I just recently put it on my phone because CyanogenMod was glitching a little bit too much. And this is just a quick look at all the features that I wish this OS had. Now I know that it's not Cyanogen, but I still wish that I had these. So one thing is I always lock my phone. And with CyanogenOS, I could randomize the pin because I didn't like using the pattern. I could randomize the pin so that no one could ever see exactly what my password was. But now with OxygenOS, it's always the same. So it's standard, it's like what iPhones are, but I wish it would be random. I wish we at least had that option. Now another thing is this does have double tap to wake, so I could wake it up like this. But in the lock screen it's different. When you're in the phone, you can't double tap the notification bar to turn off the phone. Now that was something in CyanogenMod that I really loved because I didn't want to always have to go reach for the button, especially if the phone is lying flat on the table like it is here. I didn't want to have to go over to the side and then hit the button. Just having that option was nice. Now let's go ahead and unlock the phone and look at some other things. Alright, now we're in the phone, and I feel like this actually, like this display looks a lot more crisp on OxygenOS. I don't know if that was a software thing or not, but looking at this, it looks a lot clearer than it did with CyanogenMod 11S. Now I did update to 12S, but it still did not look this clear. Like this is really crisp and clear. So some things in the apps, I realized that there's no screencast, and I've used that once with my Swingcopters review, but there's no screencast. And a lot of people like that because you could do game reviews with screencast, and it's just missing here. I'm not sure if you can download that or not, but it's also missing the gallery app, which you could download because it's Cyanogen's. So this one uses Photos app instead. As for the camera, this uses Google's camera. You could download Cyanogen's camera, I just didn't do it yet. And to be honest, I prefer Cyanogen's because of all the customizations in it. There's only video, camera, lens, blur, panorama, and photosphere. Photosphere is pretty cool, but it's like, when are you ever going to use it? And one thing that's missing in the video, one thing that's missing for video is there's no 4K recording. Now I know for a lot of people that doesn't matter, but when we bought the phone, they told us that there would be 4K recording, and there isn't with OxygenOS. That could be fixed with a software update. I'm hoping to see that soon. Now one more thing is for the display and lights settings. In CyanogenMod, I really enjoyed being able to, In CyanogenMod, I really enjoyed being able to customize the notification LED. I liked using blue for Facebook Messenger, yellow for Snapchat, whitish for text. For this, you can't change it at all. There's nothing in the settings that lets you change it. That's something that I missed. I wish I could just look at my phone without turning the screen on and know exactly what notifications I have. Another thing, there is adaptive brightness, but I don't like it as much as in CyanogenMod 11S. And one thing that I could do with CyanogenMod 12S is you can just swipe your finger across the top and change the brightness. You can't do that here. Now I know it's a different ROM, yada yada yada, yeah, okay. I wish they would implement that feature as well though. One neat thing is all the gestures are still here, so let me go back to settings. All the gestures are still here, so double tap to wake, open camera, toggle flashlight, and music control. So I can open up the camera by drawing a circle. That was a pretty bad circle. Drawing a circle, and there's a camera. Right. Draw a V, toggle the flashlight. Right. Toggle the flashlight. V again to turn it off, if it'll work. Okay, so I guess it's still not as good as it could be. There you go. Now I've never actually used it, so I don't know if it'll like turn on in your pocket or not. There's that. Now as for some complaints, there's some apps that you set it to not vibrate or you set it to vibrate and it won't do it, or it will do it. So it's like for Facebook Messenger, I set it so that it won't vibrate, but it does. Things like this, it's just annoying, right? So let me unlock my phone again and we'll get to it. Final thing about this is it overheats. I've been using it for a little bit and I've noticed that up here and a little bit down here it started getting really warm. And that's just really annoying. Like, I don't want my phone to overheat. I don't want to kill it. I don't want to kill the battery. This OS overheats. The battery life isn't too bad. Google Play services doesn't take up too much battery. All that is okay. I'll give it a couple more days and see how it does. And in case you guys were wondering, since I didn't mention anything about this, you could still use on-screen or capacitive buttons. Both do work. This is just a quick little rant about things that I wish OxygenOS had. If you liked it or didn't like it, leave a comment, like, dislike. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more videos.